This must be the television room. Oh, what gave you that idea? Was it the dog bed in the corner? This is clearly the TV room. There's a dog bed in the corner. Your mother is a salamander? Welcome to Fear and Hunger 2. A game I'm bad at, for reasons you'll probably see shortly. It's a very difficult game. It's a very unforgiving game. It's a very complicated game. The story and lore of this game is very interesting, and I suggest looking up videos on that if it piques your interest. If you want to play the game, it's not too expensive. I recommend playing the second one, the first Fear and Hunger, while also our experience, to say the least, has a lot more sensitive topics. It is a much more graphic in what it depicts, and overall, it's a much less put together game. The story is the foundation for the following Fear and Hunger 2, the game we're playing today. It is not necessary to know to play the game because you're probably not going to understand most of it for the first little while anyways. It's all going to be just as strange to you as it is to whatever player character you decide to play as, except for probably the Yellow Mage. With that being said, and getting things underway, we're going to start a new game, and here's where we choose our character. Several characters to choose from. You have the journalist, having covered wars, coups d'etats, and other disasters. The journalist has picked up various skills that help her survive. Persuasion skills definitely not being last on that list. So the talk yourself out of trouble sort. This is what we like to call the Jotaro Kujo. He's a thug and boxer. Life in underground boxing ring has taught the boxer how to deal with opponents barehanded. The boxer excels at close quarters combat. And it's recommended for new players you start out as either the boxer or the guy on the very far bottom left, the soldier. Because this game isn't really about fighting back, at least in the beginning. But then you have the botanist, whose knowledge covers a wide variety of plants, herbs. She can create mixtures with strong healing properties, or alternatively, she can use her knowledge to create potent poisons. And I want you to pay special attention to the wheelchair that she's sitting in right here, because that does factor into the gameplay. You are wheelchair bound, and if you're not in your wheelchair, you have to crawl yourself around upstairs and explore the environment. And at that point, you might as well have both of your legs missing, and anything can and will attempt to take your life. So, the Yellow Mage. This guy, I don't know too much about, other than he seems to know more about what's going on than anybody. Contrary to other priests' beliefs, Yellow Mages don't dedicate their lives to worship. Yellow Mages use otherworldly powers only to their own benefit and to further their own agenda. So, he's kinda like the bad guy. Not really, but in a way, I think. I haven't actually checked out the lore in a long time. And then you have the mechanic. I think her canonical name is Annabelle or Arabelle, something like that. The mechanic is adept at crafting her own makeshift weapons and traps, along with the mechanical skills. She also understands the more complicated machinery. The doctor's skill set is mainly focused in curing different status ailments and analyzing the possible weaknesses in enemy anatomy. So, everybody has their upsides and downsides. The occultist focuses on the creative use of the otherworldly powers. While not as strong with harmful and offensive skills, her abilities are no less impressive when used properly. And then you have the ex-soldier. Having fought in wars since he was 13, ex-soldier excels at ranged combat and has a great aim with most firearms. So, I'm very new at this game, and not the best at this game, certainly. So, I think the best course of action would be to take the Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. My mother said to take the very best one, and how come we not be Jotaro Kudo? Hello? Thank you! Now our name. Start with an M. We're gonna be... Curio? Mercurio. I think that's the Shakespeare character. Anyways. Oh, I gotta go down to the bottom. I gotta hit the button. For Mercurio. And we're gonna play on easy mode. Easier mode. Because I don't want the smoke. I do not want the smoke. Rest assured. Riding on a train. Sitting on the bus. Flying on a plane. Skip the character history? Absolutely not. This is where you get to choose all of your starting skills. The soothing sound of the rail tracks. You're not used to such peaceful and tranquil atmosphere. Why not? Are you gonna tell me? You can't help but let your mind wander. You reminisce what has led you this point in life. For the majority of your life, you've only known the streets of the Vatican City. This is actually the first time in your life you're traveling this far from those narrow and crowded alleyways. Things don't look that fancy elsewhere. Traveling is overrated, you think to yourself. In your earliest memories, you remember spending time with your parents. But then suddenly, you just didn't have parents anymore. You can't remember what happened, but from one point onward, it was just you and your sister against the world. You were still only 10 years old, but you had to make a living somehow. Become a pickpocket, become a burglar, or try to lead an honest life. See, normally this is where if I had a chat right now, I'd have them vote in a poll. So I think I'm gonna become a burglar. I learned lock picking. That could come in handy. The Vatican City was full of streets, kids similar to you, and in no time you learned the tricks of the trade. You tried your hand in breaking into apartments, stealing all the valuables you could carry. And it worked for some time, but too often you got caught in the act, which resulted in you getting beaten up. Not arrested, just beaten up. The streets schooled you hard, but as you grew older, you noticed that you started to tower over those who bullied you before. If someone still tried to do you dirty, you were quickly able to give them a taste of your justice. Damn right, brother. Because of your size and skills in fighting, you started to attract attention of local street gangs that tried to recruit you as their muscle. This never sounded right to you. You had been extorted of your measly salaries too many times. You didn't want to do the same to anyone. But turning down small-time criminals only got you to further trouble. Almost every other night, you'd end up in street fights. At one point, you realized that you were doing more fighting than actual work. Not to mention, that's where you got most of your money, too. You started to consider fighting as your job. Maybe it would be worth investigating into it more. You started to work out more regularly and follow a strict regimen. Train strength, bulk up in mass, improve your footwork, footwork. Thank you. Train your stamina. Oh, this was a tough one. That was a tough one, chat. Bulk up in mass. Train in strength. My footwork. I'm gonna train strength. Training strength is the right way. You tried to train your explosive power so you strike would pack more punch. You started doing more push-ups. You used animal carcasses as punching bags at the local butcher where you worked part-time. You climbed fire escape ladders instead of using stairs, and so on. You managed to increase your strength with a couple of levels in the end. You were doing alright in fights, so much that you started to build a little reputation on the streets. In no time, you moved on to underground boxing rings where there was more money on the table and less danger of the opponent pulling a knife in the middle of the match. Reasonable. While you were busy in the ring, your sister had grown into a beautiful young woman who attracted all kinds of admirers. It would have meant trouble if it wasn't for your mean reputation. Most low-life thugs on the streets knew that they'd have to answer to you if they tried anything dodgy. That didn't mean that there weren't those who tried. She started to get close with a known mobster, Ricardo Accardo. He was the heir to the Accardo branch of the family. The family was an organized body of criminals operating in the Vatican City. In all intents and purposes, the family was a mafia, but they also had deep ties to the church, which in turn was running the country. So it was a bit more complicated. Despite being a mobster, Ricardo seemed decent enough. He had a flirtatious and flattering way of speaking, and in general got along with everyone. He took notice in your skills and tried to casually recruit you to their rank. You politely declined the offer. Since you didn't take the offer, Ricardo had another one on the platter. He proposed that he'd hook you up with a real boxing trainer to get you to the next level. You again declined, but your sister insisted that you should at least try it out. You agreed. Things started to feel more professional the second you stepped inside the gym. Trainer, an elderly gentleman who had an impressive record of previous appearances, was impressed by your raw skills. He thought that the best way to push you further would be to choose where to specialize. And this is the choice that matters. This one right here, you want to specialize in accuracy. Because one of the hardest things to do in this game is hit your enemy. Boom. His methods proved effective. Soon, you had your first real bout in the ring and won the match with relative ease. Your sister and Ricardo were there to congratulate you. You continued with your winning streak. The hype around you was growing slowly. Even you started to believe the hype. Ricardo was able to organize big matches one after the other. You started spending more time inside the family quarters with Ricardo and your sister. Where did my... Could have sworn I had a Coke around me. I think I left it outside. I probably left it outside. Oh well. It'll be there when I get back. I'll probably have to dump it out because I have ants in it. That's so me. Without noticing it, you had been pulled into the criminal world. What started as helping out a friend became a more frequent occurrence. Soon Ricardo showed his true colors as well. He had been building you up for a fated boxing match. Apparently your next opponent was a former family member who had cut all ties to the organization. Your job was to kill him in a boxing match. You politely declined, but at this point, there was no turning back. Ricardo reminded you that he got your sister back at his flat, and she'd feel it in her skin if you didn't comply. Bastard. You didn't know what to do. Soon you found yourself in the ring with the ex-family member, and the bell rang. He was a tough opponent, but you managed to get the best of him. You were able to counter one of his attacks with a knockout hit. Things moved in slow motion as you saw Ricardo in your corner, nodding with a sly smile. You followed up your hit with another, and another, and another. You didn't even stop when the man hit the ground. The referee had to pull you away with all he got before you stopped. The damage had already been done. You had killed a person. You were devastated by all this, but kept it all inside. This was only the beginning. Ricardo had plenty of dirty work for you to do, and at this point, he had plenty of leverage too. Your sister being the last resort every time you hesitated. Things had to change. Hmm. Get my sister and flee the country, where he could potentially follow us or send someone after us in an attempt to kill us or get us back to the family, only for him to punish us more severely for trying to run away. I think the answer here is pretty obvious, don't you? We get rid of Ricardo. I think that's the only option here, truly, genuinely, without a doubt. You learned killing intent. Ricardo was wary of you. He seemed to sense your killing intent from miles away, and that's why he avoided seeing you alone to the best of his abilities. He was too cocky to consider you a serious threat, though, as if he had you under his thumb, that proved out to be a grave mistake for him. You were to meet Ricardo and a dozen of his henchmen at a local club to discuss another one of your many tasks. You had been waiting for an opportunity to see him alone, but that opportunity never presented itself. Fair enough, you thought. The moment you got to a punching distance, Ricardo had a split-second realization of what was happening before you knocked him off his feet. The little rat tried to slither away, but you grabbed him by his throat and kept slamming him, and I'm on the floor until he stopped moving. In your rage, you lifted him up and threw him over the railing. He fell from the second floor to the center of the club's dance floor. You saw him fall dead. Yes, you saw him fall headfirst to the ground. You had succeeded in what you set out to do. Getting out of the club was secondary. You had to fight through a mob of Ricardo's goons. Somehow you made it out from the back door with only minor injuries and ran as fast as you could. You ran away from the crime scene. The problem was that now both the family and the law enforcement of the city were after you. Just then you received a phone call from your sister. She had been sent to Ricardo's summer villa in the country of Valand and some days prior. You explained the situation to her, and the two of you decide to meet up in the country of Rondon, where there was no possibility of you living in the Vatican anymore. You had to act fast before the police would catch up to you. What did you take with you before leaving the city? Luxury products. Stock up on food or medical goods. I'm gonna take the luxury product just because I don't want to go insane. Oh, I forgot. This is like 1942, 43. Oh, Italy. Excuse me. You took the first train that left the country. The destination was an obscure little town called Reheville in the country of Bohemia. You had no idea where that place was, but you figured you could plan your trip better once you got there. Save your character history. Yes. Do. Hello. Marco. Skip the intro. No. Because this intro is messy. We're just gonna nod off. You know, our stop's not for a little while. And there's a girl drawing a weird symbol on the ground. You go to sleep again. You feel like someone was watching you while you slept. Hang on, I'm gonna do something real quick. Here we go. Yep. That updates in real time. And then awesome, awesome. Feel like someone is watching you while you sleep. Oh, I'm not. I'm not on the game, am I? There we go. Was it the little girl? I bet you it was the little girl watching. I know there's a way to sprint. Let's see, that's menu. Okay, it is shift. I just can't yet. DX chair map. Okay. Okay, yep. It's not letting me run. Open the door. On to the next cabin. Suitcase. What are you doing on the ground? Search the luggage. I found a booby trap. That's a mystery tool that can help us later. Go into this room. Hello? This doesn't belong on a train. And you can see the sensor mod already coming into effect.
You! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Have you now?
Just where do you think you ran off to? Don't you understand the hurry way?
Get your hands off me.
Yeah, feisty one.
The eyes of the janitor bulge out from their sockets as his expression intensifies.
We can do it the hard way, too.
And this is where he's gonna try and fight me. And he's just gonna be flopped on the floor. You can't see it, and I can't see it, but we know what's there. Janitor left arm. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, this is usually the best course of action. Oh, jeez. He's messing me up real good. I'm gonna get rid of that. That's gone. Alright, now. Is there anything else I can target? Torso? That was probably a mistake. Yeah, he's just gonna hit me again. Oh, he missed. He missed, though? He's literally trash. Okay. Well, that's not good. That is not good at all. Why don't I actually... That's such a better idea. Why does he still have an arm? Why does he still have an arm? I don't want you to have that. Thank you. Now we just take away. How you gonna tackle me? How you gonna tackle me without arms or legs? Okay, this is bullcrap. He's hacking. He's literally hacking, dude. He's cheating. The monstrosity is down. Search? I found a casada. No clue what that is. I'm gonna beat him. No reaction. The janitor seems dead by all measures. As he should be. As he should be. Now, that's just the first encounter of the game, and if you're playing it as the boxer, you don't really have to be worried. A wooden puzzle cube. Can I interact with? No, it's not. Hey, that's okay. We'll just go another way. Into the void. And then this is the Hall of New Gods, I believe it's called in the lore. I know a bit of the lore because I played this game. I played the games a bit, and then I just got real into the lore. But I've never beaten the games, so hopefully, maybe someday, eventually, hopefully, maybe on stream, I can beat this game. I got real close to beating Fear and Hunger 1. Just the idea of like modding that game, like you have to mod the whole game. And I don't want to have to cut scenes out. I'm really lazy when it comes to editing, more so when it comes to modding. Mysterious person. Ah, there you are. A mysterious person greets you in a monotonous voice. Got you pulled out from that nasty place. You're going deep to that rabbit hole. Now you are safe under the beautiful green hue of the moon. Welcome to the Moon Tower. What is going on? My question, genuinely. is what I'm here for, to explain the situation you are currently facing, to explain the great once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that has befallen within your grasp. Since our words could not possibly reach my master, I speak in his behalf. And who might my master be? Well, for now, let's just say that he is the delinquent one, Rare, the trickster moon god. And me, you can call me
Hercules!
I am just a humble servant of his celestial majesty. You are the dreamer. He is the dream. My master has invited 14 of you to join us in this jubilee cosmic proportions. 14 candidates, but only one true victor. The festival of Termina is upon us. What is this festival of Termina? It is a festival to give you, the humans, a peek to grandeur and a chance to reach for illustrious heights. The festival end all festivals. We're gonna pretend I didn't fuck that up. This must be all very confusing to you. I won't burden you with any more information at this very moment. Just head towards the tower. That's all you need to know for now. I will gladly answer questions once you get there. But until that, let us meet again under the moonlight. So long, farewell. I'll feed the hens goodbye. You wake up suddenly. Was it all just a dream? Oh, I hurt my neck the other day. Somehow, I just slept on it wrong. And it's just been all sorts of wow. The bloody Kasara on your hand sends a shiver down your spine. What's going on? The train seems to have stopped. I think the game heals you here, because it'd be kind of ridiculous if it didn't. Yeah. Okay, and now I think I can run. Yeah, now I can run. Awesome. We just exit the train now. The door won't open. Seems to be locked from the outside. Alright. We're gonna do this again. Nothing left here. It's because I already looted it. Looted it! Who are you? The man in a suit is talking to himself. He seems to be completely lost in his own thoughts. I'm late already. So late. Poor salaryman. And this is where we meet the rest of our colorful cast of characters. So that must be the best course of action for now. Man with checkered pants? Yeah, not man with eye patch. Why would you say man with eye patch? You interrupt the discussion. Oh, the big Chad got up. Who are you? What's going on? You can choose to skip all of this too, which is really nice on repeat playthroughs. You can just skip the whole intro sequence and be on your way. You must be just as clueless as the rest of us. The train left us all here at the outskirts of the city. All the train personnel, everyone gone. No explanations. That's troublesome. No kidding. We decided to stay and wait for a while someone has to come for the train sooner or later. So if you're not in a hurry, I recommend just taking a seat inside and trying to relax. Maybe we could introduce ourselves. Yeah, sure. I'm Mercurio. Yes, that Mercurio from Romeo and Juliet. I didn't die. My name is Marina. Marina? Olivia, that's the wheelchair girl. Lovely to meet you all. Wheelchair girl. The botanist in the wheelchair. You can call me August. Karen Sawyer, a journalist on duty. Is a journalist ever really off duty? Hey, I'm Hedrick. And this mystic gentleman over here is Osa. It was Osa, right? Nothing. Silly man. I'm pretty sure it was. We were the first to wake up. I should not do accents, huh? Before you came out, we were talking about this. You saw a peculiar nightmare as well, didn't you? How did you know that? Everyone saw the same dream before waking up on the train. The moon, the girl in a pink dress, the festival of Termina. It all felt too real to pass off as just a dream. I was the girl. Karen, not this talk again. We should have asked that army pig, that Bremen pig. He was in way too much of a hurry to leave. I bet he knows something. This smells like a sadistic army experiment. Sounds exactly like something the Bremen army would be part of. They had similar hallucinogens experimented on war prisoners. Now that the... Hello? XX Killer Fire 89 is now following. Hey, thank you for the follow so much. Appreciate it a lot. They have to get their guinea pigs elsewhere. What's up? Thank you for joining the stream. We're playing some Fear and Hunger 2 with a censor mod, keep in mind. But I wish I had your capacity in Feist, but I really have a hard time believing every conspiracy theory floating around. I'm a journalist. I've covered wars, you know. I don't need some flaky eye-patched foreigner telling me what's possible and what's not. You haven't seen what I've seen during these past few years. If you need any help, I'm here. Probably. I'll definitely need help with some parts, but also at the same time, part of the fun of this game is figuring it out on your own. So, if I start getting frustrated, I'll gladly let you know. Hey, while you are in chat, thank you for following so much. Would you like to be a part of the Discord? It should be linked, but I can also just copy-paste the link in chat. So, just go ahead and let me know that you haven't seen what I've seen during these past few years. I've covered wars too, you know. All men and women for the past decade or two have covered wars. What's your point again? I've seen my fair share of hallucinogens as a doctor, and I can tell from a first-hand experience that there are no known chemicals that create visions that vivid. Especially visions that are identical with this many people. You can feel the tension rising between these two people. Oh wait, I gotta update the follower. 1 second, please. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I chose Marco. I named him Mercurio because Romeo and Juliet. Haha. Because Mercurio dies. Spoiler alert. For a book that's hundreds of years old. I take it that we're done here? As much as I'd like it, I don't have time to play happy campers with you people. He is the second OP character in the game, but I'm probably gonna die. I have a job to do. Which way is the city? Look up there, over the forest top. Can you see the tower standing erect in the mist? Dude, choice of words. That tower marked the center of Preheville. You can hike through the forest to get there. It's not that far away. It's kind of far away. I love this though. The whole city is just, it's looming in the distance. Tall and in the, like, just oppressive. That's the word. Alright then. If I see anyone, I'll let them know you guys are waiting here. I cannot stick to an accent or a voice for any of these characters. It's not gonna matter. Have fun finding a scoop from that sleepy town. You know where to find us if anything comes up. Yeah, I gotta meet my sister. I need to be going too. Sure thing. Don't let us slow you down. Dude, why do you have such an attitude? Why are you mad at us for, like, having things to do? Monologue with the moon. Alright, and this is where we start playing. Sick. Let me hit that real quick. There's a link to the Discord in chat. You're just gonna have to fill out a little application. Just say you got the link from stream. Okay, that pulled back up. Awesome. So I know the location of a couple herbs in the forest. Why do they have the audio? I guess oh, I see. I see. Yeah, okay. Alright, cool. Whoops. There we go. Chill out, dude. There we go. And over here somewhere. There it is. This is like the only herb that I know the location of. Wait. Oh. Okay, so just leave it. Wait, so did I pick up the... Oh, Marco too dumb. Marco don't know. Marco don't know what those plants do. I think I'm going the right way. Yeah, there's the path. What is going on? God. There we go. There. That should run much better. An eerie silence fills the air, devoid of any light. That's eerie. What is this? Is this just a wall? Ah, it's just a wall. I pick up a green herb. If I pick those up, is this an herb? No, that is not an herb. Herb. I'm gonna be so for real. The last time I played this game, probably like 3 months ago, and I didn't get very far. So, the mist slowly creeps from the deeper woods. Ooh, scary. Hey, friend. Yeah. That happens. Termina is upon us. Indeed, friend. Indeed. I'll leave you to it. I'm not gonna jump down the well. Yo, why? There we go. I'm just gonna keep walking away from the woodsman. I don't want to have anything to do with him. You hear distant screams and ramblings. You are not alone. Good to know. The doorway is boarded up from outside. Is it to keep something in? I look in the window. It looks like someone is standing still in the darkness. Oh. I don't much care for that. Tell you what right now. Alright. Hello, barrels and boxes. Search the box. Light blue vial. Heck yeah. What about you, barrel? Empty barrel left here to gather rainwater. Good to know. Good to know. What? A bloody ritual crucifix. They used to have these in olden times, but you've never seen one in person. I think this is one of the... The smell and sight of the sacrificed corpses is repulsive. You feel like throwing up. Yeah, I don't blame him. That's probably one of the shrines that Enki was on before he got his visions of grandeur. You search the barrel for anything useful. You find a paprika. Good spice. Good spice. Goes amazing on steaks, I will say. You search the box for anything useful. You find a bone saw. You search the box for anything useful. You find a bottle of vodka. That'll keep me sane. You search the box for anything useful. You find a cloth fragment. Hey, look at that. What's up, pighead? You want beef? You want beef, pork boy? A man with a pigskin gas mask is pursuing you furiously. I'm ready to defend myself. Just so you know, your words are in vain. The man is clearly out for blood. You know what I'm out for? His right arm. Bop, bop. You're gone. Oh! Guess what? Now that's gone too. Oh, it's not gone. That's not good. You're gone. Get whopped. Thank you. Now for the legs. Sweep the legs. Of course you would tackle. Other leg. Look, pork boy wanted beef, but he didn't want the smoke. Now we having roast pig for dinner. Enough said. Enough said. Can I search him? Can I rummage his corpse? Hello? Marco? There we go. Search. A severed arm and leg. Why would you want those? Alright, just for a little catharsis. Freedom. No reaction from the foul man. Lifeless eyes beneath the mask. Cloudy. There are fishes hanging from the dry rope. They seem to be coated in a yellow substance. Probably not the good kind to eat then. You search the barrel for anything useful. Golden chanterelle. Dude, I love mushrooms. Amazing, delicious mushrooms. Phenomenal thing. You search the barrel for anything useful. Pepperoni and mushroom pizza. A meat pie. You know what? Close enough. Can I not get to the pig? Aw. I want to go punch the pigs. The door is locked with a simple lock. The sign says closed until tomorrow. You could use lockpick here. I could. Why not? Oi! Just what do you think you're doing? Barging in like that? We're closed today. Come back tomorrow. Sorry, sir. My apologies, sir. He didn't try to kill me on sight, so I will respect his wishes to be left alone. A white pile. Hey, I don't like the look of you. Hey, no. Stop it. Stop it. Leave me alone. You don't want the smoke. You don't want the smoke. I can assure you. This heat is too much for you to handle, and you're gonna want to step out of the kitchen. Well, the door won't open. It seems to be locked from the other side. Well, where's the other side? Riddle me this. You found a blue herb. What's in this bucket? Search the barrel for anything useful. A turnip. Alright, cool, cool. Doing too bad. Is this the door? It's a door. striking smell of mold fills the damn cottage. The books have been neglected entirely. They are in too bad a condition. The lock of the briefcase seems to be broken and jammed. Okay. You find glass shards. Refrigerator. Oh, the refrigerator is leaking dirty water. You find a white vial. Okay. The sink is rusted a long time ago, but it hasn't stopped people from using it. You find moldy bread from the cupboard. Cupboards are grimy and disgusting. Radio? It's a dusty radio receiver. It doesn't seem to work. Damn. We could really use some bumping tunes right now. It's getting a little dreary in here. The wardrobe got old rags and that moths have been eating for years. Charred black matter. Someone actually made this. It does look like food. There seems to be pasta in there somewhere. I'm gonna touch that. What if that charred meat human, right? Like, you never know. You don't want to test it. The wardrobe, old nothing. Alright. Ooh, lockbox. There's a wooden chest here. Okay. Heads or tails? Head or tail? Tails? Alright. Tails never fails, right? You're the hero of this story right there. Find a small things amulet. Okay. I feel like this is a good spot to stop and take stock of our inventory. So just to recount. We got meat pie, moldy bread, turnip, paprika, the golden chanterelle, healing. That's good on him? I'll take a look at it. Cloth, blue vial, vodka, white vial. What's my health at right now? 62. Okay, healing. Heal plus 30. Yeah. Just looking our best. Get us feeling tip top. Right, healing, food. Oh wait, item. Shilling. Glass shard. There you go. Weapons. Yeah, as if armor. There we go. Small things amulet. A crudely shaped amulet representing a rat deity. The peculiar thing is imbued with the prayers of the ratkin that grant its wearer a small boost in agility to help evade possible danger. That's pretty cool. Alright, so small thing amulet, good. Can I not wait? What? Am I already wearing it? Oh, lovely. I carry around a body bag. In case I ever lose an arm or a leg, I have some spares, you know? Bound to happen eventually. Alright. It's hard to see anything through the mist, truly. Let's see. Briefcase, suitcase. The lock seems to be broken and jammed. Well, no picking that. The books have been neglected entirely. They're in too bad a condition. Oh, wait. I remember what I came in here for. I wanted to see if that cellar was anywhere. I wanted to get into the basement of this house. Various different vials and bottles are stored here. They all seem grimy and useless to you. What about this one? Yeah. Way to go, Marco. Should have paid more attention in the school you definitely went to. There's a lone candle here. A carrot. Wheat flour. Glass on the ground. I don't think I want to step on that. It definitely makes a noise when I step over it. Oh yeah, this is the kitchen. That's right, I remember. Here are the stairs. Hi, sir. Stay right where you are. Don't look at me. Oh, I know what this room is. This is the deity room. You unlock the basement doors. Cool beans, yo. Now I got a hidey hole. The smell of mold emanates from the basement. Go down there. We weren't done checking it out, but I'm glad we found the way out. Because in case things go bad, which they very well could. There's gotta be something. Let's see. The basement has been used to store useless junk. Other man's trash is your trash too. What about these books? You know how to read? You check the bookshelf for anything interesting. You find Alchemia, Volume 1. The basics of alchemy. The effects of different herbs and plants are listed here. The blue herb has healing properties. It's often rubbed against open wounds, and the injury effects most immediate. Green, commonly used on open wounds to prevent infections. Red herbs have little to no effect on their own, but when used together with other herbs, they have a boosting effect. Lavender, the smell of lavender can be used to ease anxiety, fear. It also had to keep bees away. Recipe for basic alchemy: red plus brew, greater healing; green plus red, antidote for mild poisons; blue and blue, blue. Cool. That's actually kind of very useful. There's a ritual circle carved here. You could actually use it if you had something to draw with. Mother trucker. There's a lone candle here. You're telling me you don't carry a lighter? The doctor probably has a lighter. I think I've already been down here. Let me check these barrels. Rotten meat, lovely. A bottle of beer. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass it around. Stop before this song gets too annoying. Alright, so I'm just gonna head north then. Seems like the best. The gate is locked firmly with two different padlocks. The other padlock has a carving of an eagle, and the other has a carving of a two-tail. Force the gate open. I took lockpicking. Why can't I just pick the lock? Easy. We win those. The gate is too strong for me. You're telling me I'm not stronger than an iron gate with two padlocks chained closed? I find that hard to believe, honestly. I could bust that gate down blindfolded. The mist slowly creeps deeper inside the woods. Again. I don't know if this is the right way, but I just found that herb book, and it's probably a good idea to... What's my hunger? 80%, so I'm fine, I think? Oh, that's not good. Can I not investigate it? Is this not investigatable? Does this not concern anybody? The tied up donkey horse creature? What's this way? Just take me back to the outskirts. Hello? Hey. Goat? There's a lone goat here. It seems to be minding its own business, completely ignoring your presence. I don't trust this goat. The goat stares into the distance with its glassy eyes. On the first glance, the creature seems harmless, but on further investigation, you are met with feelings of great dread. You can't really explain why this is. Without any festivities. It still doesn't acknowledge your existence in the slightest. What? What? Oh, that's what. Sir? Sir, I'm kindly going to have to ask you to leave. Sir? Sir? I don't think you understand how this works. I'm the main character. This is my story. I'm the main character. This is my world, and you're just living in it. Okay. I think we're good. Not gonna chase me into his own house. Yeah, the FPS. I don't know why that is. It's not an intensive game. I don't have anything open except this tab and the Streamlab. This will all okay. I'm getting a new computer soon, within the next couple months, so it'll all be a thing of the past. But until then, I'm just making do with what I have, and it's working so far. There's a lone candle here. Good to know. There's a vase on the floor. Can't inspect that. Random junk around the table. Looks like someone has stayed here recently. Among the rubbish, you find Woodsman's letter. What's she got to say? Never actually read the Woodsman letter. You don't think it's my PC? It's the game that's slowing down. Like, the game is lagging. I'm gonna run a quick check. The old task manager. See what's going on here. I know, I'm wondering why the game is lagging. Because it shouldn't be, that's the issue. The only thing open in my task manager is chat, the game, and Streamlabs. So, if I investigate further, task manager would like to respond. Alright, now my task manager is just lagging PC. Come on, dude. Shouldn't be that hard to tell me. The real-time troubleshooting. Let's go. There we go. Alright, so why is my CPU usage at 90%? What's picking up my CPU in the background? You. Ah, I see. OBS 64. Gotcha. Okay. So you're eating it up pretty good. That's eating up the most. My CPU usage should not be this high. I don't understand. Alright, well, we deal with it. This is just what we do. I can't change the resolution of the game at all. Make it audio. Sounds, video, static effects. Oh, that's a cool emote. I didn't even acknowledge the emotes before. So where are those emotes from? Who'd you get those guys from? I read this bookshelf for anything interesting. Anathomia. Inventory, books, Anathomia. Yeah, we're gonna read Anathomia. The Book of Medical Science. Standard Twitch. Oh, are they just standard Twitch emojis? I've never used Twitch emojis before in my life, so. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that one's a special one, right? Look at the bearded guy going, oh. That's a special one. Gotta be. Effects. Concussion, fracture, broken bone. Yeah, a couple Pepes. I think I've seen the Darth Sidious one before. Concussion, fracture, broken bone, bleeding wounds. Symptoms, effects, mild poisoning, poisoned, toxic, severe poisoning. Symptoms, effect, infected wound, infects wound on one arm, infected severe trauma, severe mental trauma, severe physical trauma, nausea or sickness. Confusion, withdrawal symptoms, severe withdrawal symptoms, burn, temporary below. Okay. Alright, now they're all new to me. I like the rave fan. That's a cool one. Okay. Dirty dishes on the table. There's a crucifix of Almer on the wall. One of the old gods, right? I think Almer is one of the old gods. I can be wrong. Alright, you know what? Here's what we're just gonna. Bed looks dirty and smells bad, but we're gonna rest for a bit. Maybe after stream you should check Reddit for a fix. You're absolutely right. I definitely should. Heavy breathing for your sleep. Ow. Oh no. I have a spare arm. I don't need that one. Oh no. We're cooked. We're actually cooked. It's over. Game over. Violently, the thing thrusts its tentacles down the throat. Cold tendrils can be felt squirming deeper and deeper. The vile thing squirts. Ugh. I know his PP is a face hugger, and it's disturbing. So why wasn't it hugging his face? So that's basically Fear and Hunger 2 in a nutshell. I want to stream more of the game, but I also want to see, because I was going to do a stream with my buddy Super Real Ghost. We were going to do a Jackbox party pack after I got done with this. So I'm pulling up Discord right now to see. Because that's what, yeah. You know what, that's fair. I would go mad too if my PP was a face hugger like that. So, totally justified. He should be mad. Justice for the woodsman. But let me open up Discord. Let me see what he's up. I honestly don't know if I'd be mad. That just is the face hugger bigger? Honestly, I don't know if I'd be mad. It's ridiculous. You could train it. How to Train Your Dragon's sister series is really weird, man. How to Train Your PP Facehugger. Scan women stuck into washing machines. Scan women stuck into washing. I don't think that actually happened. Maybe. There's no. I don't think there's any conceivable. Alright, I'm gonna choose the soldier. His name is Leonard. Easy mode or easier mode? We're gonna go back to easier mode, because, yeah. Congrats, you just chose the worst character in the game. Hey, just because he's addicted to heroin, alright, and terrible at everything that isn't firing a gun, and riddled with trauma and PTSD from being a child soldier, we win these. Now, I'm more interested in just going through the character story. The soothing sound of the rail tracks. You're not used to such peaceful and tranquil atmosphere. You can't help but let your mind wander, reminisce what has led you to this point in life. Did you play the first one? Yeah, I got pretty far in the first one. I killed 2 of the 4, weird gods. Necroparasite, welcome to the chat. Levi is cute though, and you don't have to be addicted to heroin, broken heart. See? It's what I'm saying. It's not all bad. But his character, I will say, it is much more interesting of a character when he's addicted to heroin. His character is just much more interesting. That doesn't mean go up to your friend who's 20 years sober and say, you were a lot more fun when you drank, man. That's not what this is. Don't say that. Just saying, addiction makes for an interesting character arc. Oh, you guys lurk in Funger streams? That's sick. Preyhaville is your hometown, even if it has a tainted past, painted all around its narrow alleyways. The painful memories would start from that one night. Yes, I lurk in streams sometimes. No, that's awesome. That's sick. Your parents were arguing downstairs. The arguments would heat up like always, and it would turn into a fight. Your mother charged inside your room in desperation. She locked the door and pushed it in all her might. First, the odor of old vodka carried over to your room. Then you heard your father's heavy steps walk up the stairs. Yeah, I believe it. Your father started bashing down the door. Pray for a god or stand up and fight against your father. On one hand, religion. On the other hand, you might get your ass beat harder for fighting back. That's a tough one. Do I want to get beat harder? Or do I want to pray to God to end my suffering? I have the... Pray? Okay. Which god? Grogaroth, Sylvan Almer, the moon god, Venushu, or the god of fear and hunger? I think Sylvian is Sylvian the love god, if I'm not mistaken. Grogaroth is that god you find in the dark dank depths. Sylvian might be good because he's kind of weak. which god is the god that if you do the ritual to, you become the marriage? Is that Sylvian? I'm pretty sure that's Sylvian. So if it is, then yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. The gods didn't answer to your prayers this time, but you made a pact with the said god for life. Do I at least get like magic powers? Do I roll a d20? Do I have a spell save DC? No, that's not that kind of game, huh? With your mother gone and your father drinking in the gutter, you were taken to the Prayville orphanage. The place treated children awfully, and all kinds of rumors circulated on why kids would disappear occasionally without a trace. You couldn't wait to get out of there as soon as possible. Unfortunately, your wishes were answered sooner than you could have guessed. When the Second Great War started, the Eastern Union recruited every able-bodied person, no matter the age, to fight for the motherland. You were only 13 at the time, but they still dragged you with them. What kind of weaponry did you specialize in? I think pistols. Pistols would probably be the best. Run. Could be wrong, but I think I want to go pistol. I'm going pistol. You got a Luger pistol and 10 9mm bullets. You excelled on the battlefield despite your age, however you grew bitter as you saw younger and younger kids being recruited and killed as the war dragged on. Tragic. Truly tragic. By this time, you were already responsible for your own squad of child soldiers. You were given a mission meant for expendables, one that would be guaranteed suicide. You were already growing tired of the haphazard way of distributing troops on the general morale, and the Eastern Union Army was starting to show its crack. Just answering a Discord message. When my buddy Super Real Ghost hops on, we're gonna be switching over and we're gonna be playing some Jackbox Party Packs. You both are more than welcome to hang out. So, take the mission, fulfill your duty, play distributes, abandon the sinking ship. Fulfill, right? We see things through to the end. We're not quitters. We don't half-ass nothing. You survived the mission despite impossible odds. This increased your proficiency in your branch of weaponry. You learned Gunslinger. Unfortunately, the mission had taken its toll on you as well. Your psyche couldn't handle the loss of the battlefield, so you had to take opioids to ease the pain. You formed an addiction. Yeah. You got heroin and withdrawal symptoms. You couldn't stand up for this any longer and became a deserter to the Eastern Union. It wouldn't forgive you such crimes, so you had to pack up wisely for your escape. Medical goods, ammo, or food. Ammo, right? Because that's probably going to be limited. You managed to find 4 9mm bullets. How long has it been? Feels like a lifetime since you left the town. It's not a place anyone would want to return to, but when you got no other place in this world, you were left with no option. Save your character history? Yeah, sure. We'll go there. Skip the intro. Intro's not really. Yeah, the intro's kind of just the same for everybody. You go through that weird little dream sequence, meet the moon god, and they just kind of explain what's going on. You wake up suddenly. Was it all just a dream? It's always just a dream. The train seems to have stopped. I'm making my way downtown. Case. Search the luggage. Light blue vial. That's always useful. Salaryman, anything new to say? Never. Man's a broken record. And then it's always the man with the checkered pants. I need to be going. Sorry. I'll see you later. Does anybody else imagine Levi talking like Morty from Rick and Morty? That's the voice I imagine him having. He's just that slightly high pitched, whiny OG's voice. The lavender. Nope, can't pick the lavender. Barrels, barrels. Anything? That's a mushroom. Meat pie. That's useful. Got that. Box for anything useful? Cloth fragments. Go. Okay, back down here. Gonna stock up from these barrels first thing first. Here, veggie pie. Search the barrel for anything useful. Moldy bread. Nice, nice. Maybe I pick up 2 herbs? Yes, yes. I don't think I can take the woodsman, despite my having a gun. So we're going home. Levi's coming home. That's the thing that I named him Leonard. That's the wrong way. This just looks suspicious. We're not. Oh, are these the red herbs? Those are probably red herbs, but I don't know what those do. Dang it. The mist slowly creeps. Yep. Yeah, there, Levi. Yeah. Pick mushroom bird. Obviously you pick mushroom before you run away from the psycho with an axe. Nope. Stay away. Don't follow me. Stop it. Put that thing away. I don't want the smoke. Find me dinner first. Man is ruthless. You hear a distant scream rambling. You are not alone. When are you ever alone in Breheville? The community is so welcoming. You're never alone in Breheville. I'm not. No way, no how. I don't feel like crawling down into a cesspit of sludge that I cannot escape from. So she was hiding behind the statue, and that's not fair. She cheated. She totally cheated. Don't want to start a fight. What's going on here? Your words are in vain. The villager is clearly out for blood. Attack. Do I not have my gun equipped? Oh, I just have a... Leonard tries to escape. The one is... Leonard! Leonard! Dude! I think it's all over. It's all over, gang. Cold pistol grip feels familiar in your hands. You didn't think you'd be grasping to one so soon after leaving the front line. You wonder if you'll ever be able to leave that past behind. Nice. Attack. Headshots. Miss. Attack center mass. You can't hit nothing. Weak. Alright. Headshot. Headshots for days? Nope. Attack. I'm not giving up. I can win this. I'm not going down without a fight. I can't believe it. That worked. Probably should have been doing that the whole time, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I should have been. Alright, now we're gonna run. Unable to escape. It's game over. Run. Leonard. Dude. Leonard was defeated. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna continue as Leonard. And we're gonna try this again. Square one. Bonus round. Leonard didn't get a fair chance, alright? Mercurio, he was going good for a while. Leonard didn't get a fair shake. So, this time, we're going to go a different route. We're not going to run to the woodsman. Run to the woodsman is how you get obliterated. So that must be the best course of action. You interrupt the discussion. Same as before. Oh, the sleepy one got up. I need to be going. Goodbye. What are you doing up there, Punchy Cat? Psst, 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 psst. Psst, psst, psst. What are you yawning at? Alright. Moving on from this. Upwards and onward. Oh, that's the journalist. Hey lady, wait up. I'm gonna follow you. Can I? What is it? Brings you here. I'm a journalist. I smell a scoop. I don't think anyone visits these parts unless they have to. Hey, wait. One more thing. Come back. Karen. An eerie silence fills the air, devoid of any life. Naturally. I don't know why the air would be filled with life. It's just air. Are you telling me there's organisms in the air? I guess not right now. Okay. You're telling me there aren't any organisms in the air. What are you pointing at? Karen, wait. Hang on. It's nice to meet you. Now, if you'd excuse me, I spent enough time loitering around. Alright, fine. I'll let you go. I'll let you go do your job. Because I got important business to attend to in the city. I can't wait around, talk to a former veteran. You know, abandon his duty. You know. Nah. Too good for that. I have a story. Why don't you want to hear my story, Karen? There's a lot of golden chanterelles around here, isn't there? I have no idea if golden chanterelles are good or not. So for real. So. Where are you going, Karen? Is this your spot? Where are you going? Rather than not make acquaintances right now, I spend enough time loitering around. So you're gonna just go back to loitering then, I guess. Were you heading to the city? That's right. And I'm going alone, if that's what you were about to ask. Alright, fine. I'll go alone too, and I'll see you there. At a boathouse? Barrel? Barrel for anything useful? Me? Heck yeah. Barrel for anything useful? Blue herb. Herb like the Phillipsons? Great. Oh, hey. Necroparasite, thank you so much for the follow. Really do appreciate it. Follower goal met, 20 of 20. I didn't realize I was at 20 followers. I have to update that. Let's see. Here we go. Gotta support my fellow Fungers. That's right. This game is underrated at the same time, like very popular in its like subsection. I gotta figure out why the frames are dropping so much. That's the only issue that I'm having with streaming it right now. Everything else tested really fine. But come on. Is there a Termina update soon? I heard they were adding more characters. Is that true? But you'll be able to play as like the Salaryman or some of the other people, the 14 contestants. The atmosphere is getting heavier and heavier. Weird door. The elevator door seems to be stuck from this side. Miro is trying to get it out before the end of the summer. It's a huge update, new enemies, more mechanics, and a whole bunch of shit. Oh my god, that sounds amazing. I do it all the time, don't worry. I posted it here earlier. I'm going to go ahead and drop it again. There's a link to the Discord server. You're more than welcome to, join the server and hang out. I try to announce every time I go live in there. There's an old rusty hatch here. It's too dark down there. You can't see anything but darkness. Open it. I don't see why not. Maintenance tunnel going deep underground. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that you want to go down. The right answer is always down. Of course, you just have to fill out a quick application, so if the link gets around, I can sort through, just say you found out about it on the stream, you were personally invited by the owner, anything like that. I'll probably check it out after stream. Or actually, because we're going to be playing some Jackbox Party games in a little while, I'll be using Discord, so I'll add you to the server when we move on to that. The door won't open. It seems to be locked with an electric lock. Alright. There's an electric panel here. You don't really know what to do with it. I bet if I was the mechanic, she would know what to do with it. I'm so excited for the update. You have no idea, because the replay value of having so many different characters and skills is one of my favorite things in games. As the idea that one choice in the beginning can determine how you play this game, whether it's Marco and his fists or making weapons with the mechanic. Across the bridge. Oh, no, no. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Nope. Nope. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Fishing mechanics? Oh, so they're going crazy with it then. That's incredible. I love seeing that's an incredible thing to see actually, is when like a somewhat older game, torso. Okay. I accidentally shot the leg. Oh, I misclicked. Oh, I don't even have my gun equipped. Oh, I'm a fool. Oh, I'm a fool. What was I saying? Oh yeah, my favorite thing in games is when like an older game gets like a surge of popularity that it hadn't seen before, and then the developer is like, "Oh yeah, I can probably like add to this game," and they like, once that game hasn't been touched in years, they just start adding to it again. It's a beautiful thing. It re-sparks the passion that developer had for the game. All right, now we shoot the torso. Yeah. I wish there would be an update for Funger 1 because of all the bugs, but thankfully there is mods for that, although I prefer playing vanilla. The bugs almost make it more charming. Yeah. I haven't modded Funger 1 at all. I'm gonna be so for real. The only mod I have on this is the censor mod because I plan on uploading this VOD to YouTube after this. But I didn't mod Funger 1 at all. I've played bugs and all. I love that game for what it is, as like difficult and like seemingly impossible it is sometimes. You like the monstrosity is down. What's he got? Severed arm and leg. All right. If anything happens to my arm and leg, I've only used the multiplayer mod for fun with friends. There's a multiplayer mod. That's wild. I guess it kind of makes sense. It's turn-based. A wooden chest here. Open it. All right. Heads or tails? Tails never fails. It's super buggy, but very fun. I've gotten pretty far in it. I managed to beat 2 of the new gods, I believe. But I couldn't find out where to go in the old city after that. Karen, how'd you get here before me? I was ahead of you. How do I put my gun away? Oh, I'm bleeding. Oh, I got messed up. I got messed up something for years. Hang on. Oh, this isn't gonna help very much, is it? I've been grinding for Enki's S ending on hard mode recently. I saw you said something earlier about Enki, the S ending on Enki earlier. The only end, I'm gonna be so for real, the only ending I got was the one where you go to the dungeon and you find, I forget his name, Lacard. You find him dead and then you just leave the dungeon. And it's like, I got the F ending. Alright, Karen, what's up? It's you! Yeah, I saw you like 5 minutes ago. Just what the hell's going on in this town? Something bad. The locals, did you get attacked too? Yes. I'm just glad I took my pistol with me. Me too. This scoop just became a lot bigger. I have to be careful what I wish for in the future. What do you know about this scoop? Were you headed to the city? Or what do we do now? Or attack her? Oh, the decisions. What do we do now? We don't do anything. I work alone. I have a scoop to investigate. Now the stakes just got higher. That's all. You're still just focused on that? Okay. Say what you will. Say what you will about Karen. She is career-oriented. I still am grinding for that ending, and I have like 71 hours. at some point it's just got to come down to like RNG. You just got to get the right series of like events, and like Karen is a baddie. Karen is a baddie. Facts. Career oriented, doesn't take no shit from nobody. We don't do anything. I work. We don't do anything. I work alone. I have a scoop to investigate. Now the stakes just got even higher. It's crazy. I wouldn't get anything done if I ran back home, my tail between my legs every time things escalated. She's got a point. Real big point. This is nothing. I've seen way worse. Is that it? Alright. Two guns are better than one. Okay. You can see footprints on the thick layer of dust. Successful perception check. This must be the television room. Oh, what gave you that idea? Was it the dog bed in the corner? This is clearly the TV room. There's a dog bed in the corner. TV work. The entire room is focused on the television set. So you're telling me this is the television room? Too bad it's useless because of the lack of electricity. It's a dusty radio receiver. It's gonna not work. Yeah. Ain't no power to Preheville. The wardrobe doesn't seem to have anything useful in it. I think it might be the television room, but I'm not sure. Yeah, see, they're not too clear about that. The refrigerator is leaking dirty water. White vial. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh, I'm still messed up. I'm fierce. Hey guys, don't mind me. I'm not. Look, I'm leaving. You don't have to. Don't worry about me invading your home. I'm leaving. See, I left. Sir. Yeah. I think no matter what, this infection is gonna kill me. But we can take an arm out. Oh yeah, he missed. Alright. Now we can only tackle. But the infection is still going to kill us. Leonard was victorious. For how long? He's gonna win that fight. And he's gonna get to this dead soldier over here and collapse from infection. A dead body seems to be a relatively fresh state of composition. It's hard to make sure the cause of death. There's not much physical trauma present. Maybe he suffered a heart attack or died because of some other disease or poison? Word. Search. There's something bulging in the corpse's pocket. Feel it? Okay. It's a small booklet rolled up. You find the Soldier's Diary number 1. Lore time. It's time to read the lore. What backwater parts these dark corners of the earth really are. When I heard about this assignment, I figured the city of Preheville was at least decent sized, and there will surely be entertainment to be had with the local dancers and street girls. But alas, I'm not too keen on getting that comfy with the locals after sightseeing the city a bit. Frankly, I'm baffled at how a city of this size has managed to stay so isolated from the neighboring influences in modern times. The Preheville folk still hold on tightly to religious rites as old as the Fellowship itself. The human sacrifices creep me out in this day and age. Even if I've seen the horrors of war, the crucifixes set around the city manage to send a chill down my spine. Is that it? That's all she wrote? Or he wrote? The door is locked with a simple lock. I don't have the lockpick. I'm not Marco. Only Marco gets the lockpick. Karen might too, actually. I don't know. Looks like a ladder. Terrible stench oozes from the fridge. I found a white vial. Cool. I'm gonna die. I have 2 health. 1, 2, 3. Smell of mold. Yep. At least the bed looks like in bad shape. Rest for a bit. Maybe resting will save him. Faint footsteps disturb your sleep. You are assaulted by the villager. You can't just take a nap, can you? It's never that simple. It's never that freaking simple, dude. Alright, well that does that. Leonard was defeated. Okay. Oh. Oh, they didn't kill me. They just threw me to the pigs. Don't do it. Wilbur? Wilbur, we can be friends. Wilbur, no! Wilbur! This isn't how Charlotte's Web ended. I didn't know they could feed you to the pigs. That's kind of grotesque. Alright. I'm gonna take the mechanic. And I'm not gonna change her name because honestly her name is perfect. And we're gonna go to that hatch in the floor with the electronic panel. And we're gonna do something with that. Not sure what we're gonna do yet. But we're gonna do something with that. Abella is the GOAT. Skip the character history? Absolutely not. Never skip the character history. The soothing sounds of the rail tracks. You're not used to such peaceful and tranquil atmosphere. You can't help but let your mind wander. Abella, Marina, or Dan all the way. Is Dan the doctor? I think Dan's the doctor, right? Can't help but let your mind wander. You're reminisce what led you to this point in life. Despite your homeland suffering greatly, yeah. I thought so. Despite your homeland suffering greatly from the First Great War, you had a peaceful and balanced childhood with both of your parents and many siblings. The northern capital, Oldgard. Oh, that's where the Outlander in Funger 1 was from. I forget his canonical name. It's like Rogvir or something, but that's where he's from, Oldgard. Rebuilding the destroyed cities when news about the hostilities in Eastern Europa were broadcasted on the radio. It sounded like the beginning of another worldwide war. You were still too young to take part in defending your borders, so you had to figure out an alternate way to help out your home front. You had a knack for mechanics and electronics, so ultimately it came down to those 2 lines of studies. I have to take electronics. Go to the Snapcraft. What's up? Welcome to the chat. We're playing some Fear and Hunger 2 Termina. I can't tell if I want to learn I feel okay, it was electronics in the bunker. So I'm going to take electronics. Because you were the eldest child, you had a natural habit of taking care of those around you. Many of your close relatives marched to battle, and nothing could have gotten you more frustrated than your inability to help people more directly. You had already matured to adulthood, but because of your expertise in engineering, your role on the home front was more important than what you could have achieved on the battlefield. The home front was in disorder too. Someone had to step up and cover all the missing men now dying far away on some remote battlefields. Mechanics sounds cool, doesn't it? But I have on my last run I was playing as the ex-soldier and I found a bunker with a fuse box at the bottom. And I'm hoping that playing as the mechanic, I can open that fuse box by short-circuiting it. I have a plan. Mechanics does sound cool, and I will gladly do another run as mechanics, but I want to see what's in that bunker. Your broad shoulders could carry the burden and the increasing workload. They had to, because if not you, then who? Got a point. During one particularly stormy night, while you were returning home after your 12-hour day, you ran into a foreign man on a rain-soaked alleyway. The man noticed you and desperately tried to run for it, only to collapse after a weakly 10 meters or so. The man had been shot to the belly. Upon searching his possessions, you found his documents that said he was from the Kingdom of Rondon, an allied country of Oldegards. You thought about what to do for a moment, and then... Okay. Realistically speaking, you report the man to the officials, right? This isn't your business. But on the other hand, every movie I've ever watched does this one. So we're taking it back and we're nursing his wound. The man stayed unconscious for a week, but slowly recovered thanks to your attentive mending. As days went by, he saw your eagerness to help and frustration towards the war. He then revealed his business in Oldegard. He was part of an underground resistance organization called the Nameless Liberty Underground, NLU in short. The organization had been brewing, hidden from watching eyes since the dawn of the First Great War. NLU worked across Europa, trying to subdue the advancement of both Bremen Empire and Eastern Union. The man had important documents that needed to be taken to the Kingdom of Rondon as soon as possible. Because he couldn't obviously take them there himself, he asked if you could take his role. You had been hoping for a chance to work on something bigger, and this opportunity seemed to be just that. You packed your bags and set out. As thanks for his rescue, the man gave you his officer's sword. Nice. You traveled through Europa all the way to the Kingdom of Rondon. Found the meeting point described by the man, made contact with his colleagues. After talking briefly about the current situation in Eastern Europa, you were asked to join the organization. They were running low on members, and your expertise would surely come in handy. You were led to their headquarters, and you got to choose how you'd offer your help. Creating weapons or creating traps. Weaponcraft. Aw. Your message was just half a second too late, Snapcraft. I'm sorry. Traps do sound cool, though, so we'll do a mechanic trap run eventually. But I do want to try that out, too. I think Abella really is the GOAT here. Truly. So many options to play with. The Eastern Union had been working on something malevolent and ill-boding in the country of Bohemia, and it seemed like Bremen wanted to get their hands on this project. Your deductions got a lot more weight when you heard that Bremen army finally occupied Bohemia. NLU sent some of their members immediately to the capital. Abella is really, really helpful. I always get her on my party every run. NLU sent some of their members immediately to the capital of Bohemia, Prahaville, but you quickly lost contact to them. Oh no. The organization decided to wait. Mechanic Trap sounds like an engineer. Yep, and she's an engineer. It checks out. I see here on your resume it says you are an engineer. Are you an engineer? Sounds like it. The organization decided the wave of members would surface, but you couldn't just sit back and hope for the best. You decided to take the first train towards Prahaville and find out what was going on. You were told that if you needed support in your mission, you'd recognize the leader of the Bohemian branch of the NLU from her red shoes. With this little information about the task at hand, how did you prepare for the trip? Spare parts or food? Take the spare parts. 4 bolts, 2 duct tape, 2 pressure plates, and 3 scrap metal. You felt tense since the moment you embarked on this journey. Every night you'd see nightmares of the horrors that would await you in Prahaville. Are they just dreams? You can't help but feel that there is more to the dreams than mere logic would dictate. Okay, so Abella is the main character, it just sounds like. Abella, Marinette are like the main characters. Marco too, maybe. I wonder. It would be a really interesting theory if you went from Fear and Hunger 1 and tried to trace the lineage of the first main 4 characters, the thief, the knight, the berserker, and the other one, Anki, the dark priest. If you took them and you tried to trace their lineages and see I don't think no. No, because his whole family was slaughtered, and that's why he went to the dungeon. So never mind. Theory collapsed on itself within the first 5 minutes. Never mind. Save your character history. Absolutely. There you go, Abella. Welcome to the club. Skip the intro. Have you ever played as Osa? His character history is so long that there's a shortened version, and it's still incredibly long. I have not played as Osa because I hear it's an incredibly difficult run, like one of the more difficult ones. That one and the botanist Olivia, I think is her name. Those are the two most difficult characters to play. At least that's what I've heard. I could be totally wrong. Skip the intro. No, we'll go through the intro this time, just so Snapcraft can see what this game's all about. Little girl, drawing circles on the floor. You feel like someone was watching you while you slept. Osa is goated though, his lore is super interesting. Right. I've looked into the lore a bit, but I haven't played through the games to really connect the pieces. It's like I have all of these different puzzle pieces that I just need to play through the game and connect as I play. Yep, this is the dream sequence. Hi, butterfly. Okay, wait. Not the train anymore. What do I have equipped? Alright, those are skills. There we go, equipment. Right there. Equip. Okay, there we go. So we're slightly better. It's definitely worth it. I really love the world building, the atmosphere, the lore, the soundtrack. Don't get me started on the soundtrack. This game is so good at building the atmosphere around and just setting the tone for how depressing everything is gonna be. A janitor. You! Looking for you everywhere. Just where did you think you ran off to? Don't you understand the hurry we are in? Just get your hands off. Dirty, nasty fool. The eyes of the janitor bulge out from their sockets as his expression intensifies. We can do it the hard way too, he says. Look, man. Yeah, you're not gonna do nothing without an arm. He still has an arm. You're not gonna do anything without that arm. There we go, see? If you like the music and tone of this game, you should try the Persona franchise. I've heard Persona is notorious for its killer soundtrack. I've heard a few of the bits and pieces of the soundtrack. I've never taken the time to sit down and listen to it, but I've definitely heard Persona music in my life. All right. No more arms. You've lost your arm privileges. None of that. Get that out of there. You're not gonna be needing that. And why am I green? Is Arabella normal? Is Abella normally green? I feel like she's not normally green. And you're done. Bella was victorious. And with that, we search him for his weapon and beat him while he's down. You can never be too sure. You gotta double check. I guarantee you there's gonna be something in this game that if you don't stomp on it after you kill it, it's gonna get back up again. Because why else would they have that mechanic, right? And into the Hall of the New Gods. Feel like you're losing your mind as all of these people who've ascended to godhood are stuck in this eternal purgatory, forever feeding the old god. Now we meet the Trickster Mood gods, representative of Termina Festival. I forget his name. Mysterious person. That's his name. Persona is good, but I feel like there's really nothing like Fear and Hunger. It's incredibly unique. Fear and Hunger is incredibly unique in the way that it's like a spider web of influence that you can draw from. It's like there's elements of Berserk, the manga series. There's elements of Dark Souls. There's element of Christianity. There's elements of it's a spider web. It's a gorgeous spider web of all of these different things coming together to create something wholly unique. And it's 100% a passion project for the creator. It has to be. Because the lore is so, like, intricate. Well crafted. Necro was talking about, like, the tone, not saying anything bad. It's just my opinion. I definitely want to check. I do want to check the Persona franchise out at some point. Got you pulled out from that nasty place. I wasn't dissing you, lol. Just sharing as well. You were going deep into that rabbit hole. Now you are safe under the beautiful green hue of the moon. Welcome to the Moon Tower. Thank you for getting me out of there. What's going on? Is this a nightmare? Oh, it's hardly a nightmare. You just need to adjust your perspective accordingly, and it will be anything but a nightmare. Since our world could not possibly reach my master, I speak in his behalf. And who might my master be? Well, for now, let's just say that he is the delinquent one, Rare, the trickster moon god. And me, you can call me Perkle. I'm just a humble servant of his celestial majesty. You are the dreamer, he is the dream. My master has invited 14 of you to join us in this jubilee of cosmic proportions. 14 candidates, but only one true victor. The festival of Termin is upon us. I don't understand any of this. It is only natural. All this must have come back so sudden to you. This must be all very confusing to you. I won't burden you with any more information at this very moment. Just head towards the tower. That is all you need to know for now. I will gladly answer any questions once you get there. But until that, let us meet again under the moonlight. Iconic. It's iconic. Fade to blacks. Let us meet again under the moonlight. You wake up suddenly. Was it all just a dream? The bloody Kasara on your hand sends a shiver down your spine. What's going on? The train, it seems to have stopped. This isn't her normal jumpsuit getup that she had on just now. Equipment. 30 overalls, yeah. Okay. And making our way outside, where everybody's just going to be talking about the next step forward. This is where you kind of learn everybody's name and just a little bit of their deal, the different playable characters. Necroparasite actually just told me they're releasing an update to this game, hopefully by the end of the summer. So that'll be really cool. They're adding more playable characters and everything. You overhear a discussion. Who are you? What's going on? Don't let me bother you. I'll be on my way. For the sake of exposition, we'll do it. What are you? What's going on? Oh, there were still people inside the train. We don't really know what's going on. The train left us all here at the outskirts of the city. All the train personnel, everyone, gone. No explanation. I tried to check up the train, but couldn't get it to move an inch. The coin flip for saves is coming back as well. There's some videos on the official channel about new features. I'll have to check that out. I'm excited. I tried to check up on the train, couldn't get it to move an inch. Now, I'm no train driver, but I'd say the thing is busted. Maybe I can help. I know a thing or two about trains. Oh, well, aren't we in luck? Let me change into my working overalls first. Just give me a sec. I don't want to dirty up my clothes. You change your outfit back into the working overalls. You just had these in your dream. Was the dream an omen? Was the dream an omen? Looking sharp. You are ashamed to admit it, but you feel the most at home in this attire. A short while later, you examine the end. yet you find nothing wrong with it. So how does it look? I really don't know what the problem is. Oh, that's too bad. No helping it. Maybe it's better we just wait for the train personnel to return in that case. They're not coming back, are they? If you're not in a hurry, I recommend just taking a seat inside and trying to relax. Maybe we can introduce ourselves. Marina. Olivia, yeah. First time chat. Constantine, thank you for the first time chat. Love seeing you in the chat. Lovely to meet you all. You can call me August. Karen Sawyer, a journalist on duty. Henrik. And this mystic gentleman over here is Osa, who does not respond to confirm yes or no. Tells you a lot about his character in one tiny little detail. Silly man. I'm pretty sure it was. Alright, doctor. We were talking about this. You saw a peculiar nightmare as well, didn't you? I did have a weird nightmare, yeah. How did you know? Everyone saw the same dream before waking up in the train. The moon, the girl in a pink dress, the festival of Termina. It all felt too real to pass off as just a dream. Did it now? Not this talk again. Funger loves me, yes, I know, for Funger tells me so. Not this talk again. We should have asked that army pig, that Bremen pig. Oh, she's talking about Levi, isn't she? Karen and Levi don't get along. That's probably why she had it out for me when I was playing as Levi. Wanted nothing to do with me. He was in way too much of a hurry to leave. I bet he knew something. Probably wanted to get home. This smells like a sadistic army experiment. Sounds exactly like something the Bremen army would be a part of. They had similar hallucinogens experimented on war prisoners. Now that the war is over, they have to get their guinea pigs elsewhere. I wish I had your capacity and Feist, but I really have a hard time believing every conspiracy theory floating around. I'm a journalist. I've covered wars, you know. I don't need some flaky eye-patched foreigner telling me what's possible and what's not. You haven't seen what I've seen during these past few years. I've covered wars too, you know. All men and women for the past decade or two have covered wars. What's your point again? I've seen my fair share of hallucinogens as a doctor, and I can tell from first-hand experience that there are no known chemicals that create visions that vivid. Especially visions that are identical with this many people. You can feel the tension rising between these two people. Deep sigh. I take it that we're done here? As much as I'd like it, I don't have time to play happy campers with people. I have a job to do. Which way is the city? Well, if you paid attention during the dream, Karen, look up there over the forest top. Can you see the tower standing in the mist? Can you see the tower standing erect in the mist? That tower marks the center of Freeville. I need to drink water. Thank you so much for the follow, Constantine d'Orsay. Big Billy Gassy Alpha in the house. Thank you so much for joining the chat. You can hike through the forest to get there. It's not that far away. It's just, you know, over the river, through the woods, to imminent doom we go. It's that simple. Alright then. The Black Jacoby. The stream looks cool. Hey, thanks for that. Yeah, this is Fear and Hunger 2. I'll explain what I know when it becomes relevant, but it's it's a heck of a game. You know where to find us if anything comes up. So what are you gonna do? Wait here, I guess. I'm not in a hurry. I love that scene in the city. Yo, me too. The city's just ominous looming in the distance. It's just an oppressive figure. The city itself is a character. Day 1. Monologue with the Moon. I apologize in advance for the frame rate. It might be a little bit choppy. It might not. It's been hit or miss this whole time. So we're just going to have to make do with the fact that this looks like a stop motion animation. Let's see. Alright. I'm going to try and remember what house. Trying to remember what house that hatch in the floor was in. Because the whole reason I started playing Isabella was so we could use her mechanics ability to get down into the shed. And Karen knows the way to the city, so I'm just following her. I don't have an interest. Hey Karen, are we there yet? Are we there yet, Karen? Oh, hang on, wait for me, Karen. I gotta pick some plants. Karen! No way, is that Big Belly Gassy Alpha in the chat? Yes, it is. What's up, Ghost? Give that man VIP. The one and only, my friend, Big Belly Gassy Alpha. The man, the myth, the legend. Known throughout time and space. That's my wife as well. I think, can't you give him VIP? You're a mod. I think you can. If you can't, I'll have to figure that out, but. Alright. She's just gonna camp out here by the water. Maybe she's friendlier to Abella than she is to Levi. What's happening to me? I'm turning submissive. Where are you going? I'd rather not make acquaintances right now. I spend enough time loitering. Alright, fine. Cool. That's cool. Big Belly prefers them dominant. What is happening right now? Things have devolved. Alright. Hey guys. Don't mind me. Make my way through. I'd say, so far, things are going pretty good. I haven't been attacked a lot. And, you know, these guys are still chill. Blushes and twirls hair cutely while giggling. That's a Big Belly Gassy Alpha, I see. Teehee. Open it. Maintenance tunnel. We're going down. Alright, what's in this barrel? Feels heavy. Smell it. Neutral, no idea what the liquid is based on. Okay, well, there's a toolbox left here. You found a broomstick. I can use that. Maybe. Electric panel here. Use short circuit. Yeah. And that's why we took electronics during the history. Jumps on Big Belly's belly. Boing, boing, boing. His belly makes as I bounce on it like a trampoline. This barrel feels heavy, but you can't get the cork to open. Something in these metal crates. The metal crate is sealed shut. And so I can't open the metal crates. And the barrels don't have anything useful in them. Is that a projector? Okay, I thought it was a sewing machine. Projector is standing here. If you had any film, you could play it here. Have to find some film. Box? Heads or tails? Heads or tails? Bring back Bring back Big Belly Gassy Alpha. I miss him. I need to know heads or tails. First one to pick. Funger and Big Belly Alphas. Do I have to retitle the stream Funger and Big Belly Alphas? Just for you, Freddy. Just for you, we're renaming the stream Funger 2 and Big Belly Alphas. Alright, someone say heads or tails, please. Is anybody gonna say heads or tails? Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a coin. Oh. I didn't see you say heads. So I went and I grabbed a quarter. Alright, so heads it's tails, and tails it's heads. Alright, it's tails, so it's heads. You find 2.303. I don't have a gun. That doesn't help me in the slightest. I can't open the filing cabinet. Well, this is atrocious. Oh, is this the screen? That's a tiny little screen for that projector. So far away. Evil streamer. But hey, we succeeded the coin flip, and you were right, it was heads. I have played the OG Funger. I never actually beat it. I got to the point where I defeated 2 of the new gods, and I got lost in the Citadel. And then I didn't want to look up a tutorial, so I just haven't gone back to it. It's gonna be so for real. But the original Funger one is... it's an experience. How does one become the master of munching? So basically, you become really well known for doing things like putting ice cream on apple pie when your friends get really high and have the munchies. And they call you the Munch Master because every time they hang out with you and you all get stoned, you have the best munchies. Oh. I need to play Funger. The guards and their little surprise leg is my favorite character. Oh, you mean they're big pricks? You know, they're stingers. They're big old. They're big old piercing weapons. They're waist high penetrators. They're just stingers. Alright, so is that all that's down here in this bunker then? Is just the projector? The stinger is pulsating. Freddy's pretty freaky. Hey guys. Hey, I know the sun hurts, but like the sunburn don't. Oh wait, it's the moon and yeah, moon. They're moon scorched. Oh no, don't do this to me. I don't have the frames for this, friend. You could just leave me alone. That'd be great. I'm gonna go across the bridge. I didn't appreciate. I'll allow that. Automod, I don't know why you held that. That one's funny. Tickling is putting it lightly. You're sugarcoating it. It's not a tickle. There's what are those real spindly legged mask creatures called down in the old citadel? The ones that abduct you and pin you to the wall and tickle you? No, I don't like those ones. Not one bit. No, please. So what the hell is going on in this town? What do you mean? I haven't seen anything strange. I spent the last 20 minutes exploring a bunker. What have you seen? What do you know about this scoop? Where are you heading to in the city? I was, but I'm not sure what to do now. My guess is that the city won't be that much better either. It's probably worse. What do we do now? We don't do anything. I work alone. I have a scoop to investigate. Now the stakes just got higher, that's all. Karen gives me... What was I? Oh. I was saying something about Karen. I completely forgot I was going to say. Thanks. Your chat message threw me off. Hey, I wouldn't get anything done if I ran back home, my tail between my legs every time things escalated. This is nothing I've seen way worse. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Karen gives me Sorcerer's Stone Hermione level of I have the answers. That's what that gives me. We don't do anything. I work alone. It's just got that same inflection. Blah blah blah. Oh, is this the television room? What gave it away? Could it possibly be the television in the center of the room? The entire room is focused on this television set. Too bad it's useless from the lack of electricity. You're telling me that this, the television room's main focus, is the television in the middle of the room. The television room. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll be making that joke every time I walk into that room. Karen is a girl boss. Absolutely, Karen is a girl boss. Hermione Granger is a girl boss. All I'm saying is that's the way I just interpreted that little speech. Hey, sir. Could you not? We could chill. You have Netflix? You guys have Netflix in Prayhaville? Netflix and chill? Netflix in Prayhaville? Please? I'm chill. Your mother is a salamander? Oh! Oh! What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now? You can't touch this! You can't touch this! Edit, thank you. Thank you, Ghost. If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna search this crate for some lavender. Lovely. You search the barrel. Red herb. Alright, let's see here. Dude, I have no idea. Are they ableist? What's next? Second pinky? In school, I actually knew someone who had 4 pinkies. The second one grew out at the sides of his pinky. Alright. Take a look at my equipment here. Let's see. Okay. Everything's fine. That's all these skills. Party talk. Run. Talk. Weapon craft. Can't craft any weapons right now though. Okay. So I think this guy isn't gonna come any further. He's kind of a goober. What's up, idiot? What's the matter? Scared of a couple boxes? Just a couple boxes, dude. What's the matter? Yeah, that's right. Walk away. This dude is relentless. I'll give him that. He's probably... I'm pretty good on hunger. I have zoophobia, fear of animals. That's not... I have a fourth leg? No way. So does that make you a quadruped? Or would your arms count too? No. I think I'd just make you a quadruped. Can I see your third and fourth leg, please? Oh, whoa. Don't go soliciting nothing from nobody in the chat. I don't care how rare the fourth leg is. That's for science only. Hold on, I don't want to start a fight. Your words are in vain as if you're clearly out for blood. Who isn't? Alright. But my fourth leg is pretty amazing, though, I'm not gonna lie. I believe it. I believe you so much that I will never ask to see it. This is my friend, no soliciting. Okay. You mean my... I didn't know you had a personal pianist. Are you doing a long stream? Because I think Jackbox stream segment is scheduled for today. Yeah, no, after this, I was waiting for Ghost to get done at the gym, and then after this run is Abella, we're going to switch over to some Jackbox Party Pack. It looks like we have a heck of a crowd for it, so. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Freddy. Usually runs in this game do not last long at all. So we'll be switching over to that real soon. Because I've been streaming this for about 2.5 hours now. So we'll switch segments soon. Wood chest open. Oh, I didn't ask. I didn't flip. Damn it. Damn it. I really wanted whatever was in there. Is this game permadeath or random? Random and permadeath. Random to the extent that everything you find in like the barrels is random. And yeah, permadeath, if you die you have to restart, or from one of the very far and few between bed saves. But there are ways you can just completely soft lock yourself from a save, so at least in Fear and Hunger 1 there are. I don't know about this one yet. I've barely played this one. Oh no, this game is permadeath? I didn't know. Thank you. I'll be more careful from now on. The door is locked with a simple lock. Too bad I don't know the lock-picking skill. Up the stairs. I was gonna stream this earlier, but I had to go grocery shopping today, and as I was leaving to go to the grocery store, I had a couple of friends call me and say, "Hey, what kind of coffee do you like?" I was like, "I just drink black coffee." So like, "All right, are you going anywhere?" And I told them I was about to leave the grocery store, and they said, "Can you wait like 10 minutes?" So I waited, and they showed up, brought me a coffee, and we just sat and talked for the next 2 hours. And I went to the grocery store and didn't get back until like 5 o'clock. So. Now, if you'd... Oh, hi, Henrik. I just completely ignored your existence. That's a little strange. What are you doing in here? I didn't like that. Did he at least search the pots? Henrik! Henrik, there was vodka in the urn, Henrik! How did you not... Why is there vodka in the urn? Wait a minute. Red herb, meat pie. I'll tell you what. I want vodka in my urn. When I die, cremate me, and every single like every anniversary of my death, just pour me a shot of Fireball in the urn. His eyes are darting around the ceiling. He's seemingly distressed. Are you okay? Can you hear that? I can hear a clock, but I can't see the goddamn thing. I think Henrik might have gone a little bit psycho. When is my deep woken session? A year ago. I want my friend to roll some of my ashes into a joint or something. Yeah, no, honor me in a joint. Not yeah. Okay. Here's what's gonna happen, because it's happened every single time so far. Is we're gonna find. Oh, excuse me, sir. The decrepit priest gives a sadistic wide grin. Oh, jeez. I think this is a boss. How? A lucky coin? Wait, you're not gonna need that. I said you're not gonna need that. Can I have that? Thank you. Ow. Oh, thank God. Give me that. I probably should guard, huh? I'm gonna guard this. Hit the arm. You gonna smile? What you gonna do without arms, idiot? Dummy. You big galoof. Oh, he still hurts. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, item. I have a blue vial. And he missed. Alright. I think actually this might be a win. Oh my goodness. I was fully ready to die. I'm being so for real. I didn't think I had that. Okay. You could actually use it if you had something to draw with, of course. Alright. Can I... What's he got? Soul Stone. Okay, so I've got a Soul Stone now. Like... This bedroom? Locked tightly. Damn it! I was gonna go in there and take a nap. Soulstone from yes, the Soulstone. Four more Infinity Stones, and we can complete Fear and Hunger 2. The tableware is just collecting dust here. Looks like these haven't been... Looks like we're going into the deep, dark cellar. What's up? I achieved the follower goal? You need me to go to the fridge and start eating. Like the fridge upstairs. You want me to go? Did I achieve my follower goal? Am I at 25? I have not been getting notifications for all of... Winston from Overwatch, stop saying that. Oh, I hit the follower goal, the halfway milestone for Twitch. Yeah, I have the follower goal on stream here. That's 20 out of 25, halfway to 50. Big Belly Gassy Alpha, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it, man. Truly, that's some alpha shit right there. I have a job for you. Get big and fat. I'm sorry. This game is called Fear and Hunger. I hate to break it to you, but one of those things isn't an option. I'm back here. Oh, I hear the clock now, too. Henrik, what did you do to me? Fear and starvation. Fear and fat. Why so hungry, mister? Just, what, people? Exactly. You get it. I'm gonna eat the mushroom. Alright, so I'm gonna go back down in the basement. This seems like the only right way to go. Hey, punch it. I gotta go this way. For real, just stop being fearful and hungry. Easy. Why is there a game? You find the manor key. Yes. Heads or tails, chat? Heads. You got it. Eyeglasses. What do those do? You are indeed always right. Alright, so is there really nowhere else to go down here? Because the hallway is blocked by those stairs. Well, I have the manor key now, so maybe I can unlock the bedroom. And I can sleep and save. Use it. Yes. The bed looks comfy and relatively clean. Rest for a bit. Oh my. I thought this was a safe room. Hey, gang. Trigger warning. We have the fight with the mayor. Oh, this might be it for us. I had to fight the priest before I fought this guy, didn't I? I had to fight the priest. I could have just left the priest alone. No. Yeah, I censored it so I can post it to YouTube, and well, I censored it so I can post it to YouTube and I wouldn't have to take time to edit it. Yes, and in the uncensored, here, I'll go to the main menu. I modded this game. It's a censor mod by Dark Raccoon here. In this game, all of the willies are free. It's even worse in Fear and Hunger 1. So, with that being said, that's going to conclude the Play Hunger 1. I don't have a censor mod. And people were promised Jackbox Party Pack, if I'm not mistaken. So, we're going to work on setting that up real quick. Give me 1 second to... Oh, hi, Punchin. What are you doing, kitty? We're gonna get Jackbox set up. Let's set up Jackbox, honey. Yeah. Cat. This is my cat, Punchin. She is obnoxious. Sometimes she likes to be let out of the room, but she'll only let me know by knocking stuff off of tables and counters. Isn't that right, little Punchin?
I threw a look at the trees, nearly fell to my knees. Can't believe
reason to fall apart.